Okay, a good Saturday morning to everybody. It's August 25th, Saturday, and it's going on about 10:45 a.m. Here we are on the very north end of the sorghum field. Last week's update was on the south. We're going to make this fair and kind of go all over the field here. I got to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised. I'm not disappointed, I'm just surprised. I was betting on an extreme regrowth rate here this week. Apparently, now don't get me wrong, it grew, but I was expecting almost a record breaker, which I'm going to touch on here in just a little bit. We have one coming. If I know anything about this yet, we have one coming. The weather really didn't play a whole bunch of greatness here this week. As far as I'm concerned, with your good growing weather of hot, humid, a little bit muggy, and then of course a shot of water here and there. We got a lot of moisture, folks. Yesterday was completely a dreary, misty 3 hours of constant, consistent, slow rain, which is what you really want. Last night, I'm here to tell you, we got dumped on. I'm gonna say an all-night rain last night. Things are just drenched here this morning. But because we can't control it, pretty happy about it, and we needed it. Everything needed a drink of water real bad, and we got the perfect rain as far as I'm concerned for that. So, well, let's just start right here. Hold on here a second. Yeah, I just used my teeth to open up the tape measure. We're at about we're going to call it the healthy girth of the plant is at about 3 feet. Lagging a little bit here. This is barely fair to be on this end, but we got to be fair about this whole regrowth. This is a very low-lying area, multiple spots. I mean, you can see the discoloration. It's barely fair to do an on-average update over here, but this is what we got here today. I wanted to take a look at this side of the field, and this is what we have. You're under 3 feet here. The south end was extremely good. Yet once again, let's cut the baloney. Everybody can probably see. Now forget about your low-lying areas and of course your dead furrows, but I have to tighten it up on my fertilizer broadcasting skills. I apparently have not learned my lesson yet, and it's a dire must. You can see discolorations. Okay? A lot of that has to do with some dead furrows, some nasty dead furrows that are out there. Some of it has to do with low-lying areas. A lot of it has to do with my broadcasting of fertilizer. Just going to tell on myself. So, yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy. I guess there is a phenomenal second crop that's going to come off this sorghum. It's just about, you know, it's the fact of how much when that time comes. Now, if I had to pretend to be a genius, which emphasis on the word pretend, I am guaranteeing a record-breaking growth this week. We got the drink of water that we needed intensely. This week's forecast, as we speak now, let's do this. It looks to me like we have some perfect growing weather. Now remember what time of the year we're in here, and remember where I'm at, folks, okay? But we have a couple of days that are nearing 90 degrees coming up this week. And it looks to me like we have about 2 days, maybe 2.5, close to 3 days of moisture rain within the next 7-8 day forecast. So I'd have to say that next week's sorghum regrowth update is possibly going to be an eye-opener. We'll see. What's not helping is our cooler evenings. This morning wasn't too bad. It just yucky and disgusting and humid. Of course, we got all that rain last night. But you know, for about a couple days straight there, we had a morning temperatures of 54 degrees and 55 degrees. That's not good. But we're making do, and I fully expect, and by the way, those cold mornings, you know, they're disappearing here this week. So I fully expect a record-breaking regrowth period this week coming up. So I'm looking pretty forward to it. We're going to judge this on just shy of a 3-foot height concerning the actual the solid health of the plant. I could, of course, cheat and you know, pull the leaves up, but I don't know. I don't think that's exactly fair. So, yeah, here we go. I'll be honest with you. There's a part of me right now that is extremely happy. This might get time sensitive. I don't know. There's a part of me that's extremely happy about how this slowed down this week. Reason being is in the same week, weather dependent, I want to tackle the last of the baleage for the year. We've had enough. And have enough feed too. The same week, I should almost say the same 5 days, 6 days, I want to not only tackle the second cutting of sorghum, I want to tackle our larger alfalfa field that I put fertilizer on that's looking pretty outstanding. This week is going to skyrocket that third cutting alfalfa as well. I want to tackle them both in the same week. And right now, if I had to just guess, we're probably talking about 3.5 weeks from now, maybe 4, I don't know. We're just going to have to take this step by step and see how it goes. There's also another reason why I want to tackle them the same week. I don't have anything set in stone yet, but I touched on a little surprise coming possibly. It's not set in stone, so I ain't going to speak about it. But it's a demo. I've been told that I can have it for a week respectfully. And in that same week, I want to do both crops and give it a great test, not only on the alfalfa, but of course the sorghum. That will be a true test of what I'm looking at. So, yeah, I just reiterated to you, perfect world. We'll see what happens. That's about it, folks. We got kind of a dead day here today. A day just to keep up on some little stupid odds and ends. Stupid odds and ends that you really can't take care of, you know, when you're in the brunt of harvesting one thing or another. And we'll see what happens. I possibly got something going on here today that's going to prove an eye-opening video. I hate to put it like that, but we'll see what happens. I haven't gotten that phone call yet, but and if I haven't gotten it by now, I probably won't. But we'll see what happens. It's still early enough, kind of. And that's about all I got. A very slow sorghum regrowth this week. It was due to the weather, obviously, but I see leaps and bounds for this week coming up. I think we're all in for an eye-opener next weekend when we do a regrowth. So that's all I got, folks. Hope everybody's having a nice weekend, having a nice day, and we're going to talk to you sooner than later.